I will now give the floor to the distinguished representative of Indonesia.
Mr. President, thank you for convening today's important joint debate. We also thank the Secretary General for his report titled Our Common Agenda. The report mentioned that COVID-19 pandemic is only the latest reminder of our vulnerability to economic shocks, in which the poorest and most vulnerable are hit the hardest. The hard-won development gains and SDG objectives have also fallen off track. It is therefore critical to explore every possible effort to manage health and economic challenges, while at the same time to ensure social protection for the people. As my President stated at the high-level political forum on sustainable development last July, Indonesia's commitment to the SDG does not falter despite the pandemic. In this spirit, Indonesia is continuing to overcome the impact of the COVID-19 while ensuring the implementation of SDGs. The health sector is being strengthened through financial and technical support, as well as additional incentive for medical workers. Economic stimulus packages were introduced, including tax relaxation, debt restructuring, and support for MSMEs. On our voluntary review during the HLPF this year, Indonesia also highlighted our 4 economic systemic reforms to ensure that SDGs implementations remain on track. Mr. President, leaving no one behind is at the heart of the 2030 agenda, and it should not merely be a tagline used in every discussion, but it should also be translated effectively to concrete actions. The 2030 agenda, the Addis Ababa Action Agenda, and the Paris Agreement must remain the compass for sustainable, inclusive, and resilient recovery. As member of ECOSOC until 2023, Indonesia stands ready to continue to drive economic and social development issues forward. Mr. President, Indonesia will also take up the G20 presidency in 2022. With the theme of Recover Together, Recover Stronger, Indonesia priorities during our G20 presidency would be on promoting productivity, increasing resilience and stability, ensuring sustainable and inclusive growth, enabling environment and partnership, and forging a stronger collective global leadership. And we look forward to work together with the UN in this framework. Mr. President, on international cooperation to address challenges faced by seafarers as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic to support global supply chains, Indonesia takes note the dedicated section of the UNCTAD review of maritime transport, which contained the information concerning the crew changes situation during the COVID-19 pandemic, as requested by the UNGA Resolution 75/17. The chapter pertinently considered various issues related to seafarers' health, safety, security, and welfare, areas where industry, governments, and international organizations can cooperate to protect seafarers' human and legal rights, and implementation of relevant labor standards, including those agreed in the Maritime Labor Convention 2006, and in particular, alleviate their plight resulting from the COVID-19 pandemic. We believe that the information provided through specific chapter within the 2021 review of maritime transport is valuable for our collective efforts in addressing global COVID-19 crisis toward seafarers. On our part, Indonesia wishes to reaffirm its commitment to taking concrete policy measures to address challenges confronting seafarers on account of COVID-19 by opening of a total of 11 ports to facilitate crew change and repatriation, and by implementing national procedures and WHO protocol, including COVID-19 quarantine, supporting the continued international efforts, including the framework of IMO and ILO. Finally, Mr. President, rest assured of our readiness to engage in our collective endeavor in delivering the promise of the UN Charter and towards meaningful progress. Thank you, Mr. President.
I thank the distinguished representative of Indonesia for his statement. I will now call on the distinguished representative of China.